people often ask, are entrepreneurs born or are they made? And I just think it's just some of us get that itch that you have to scratch. And I think your fear of failure isn't quite as great when you're young. But I think particularly now, the kind of entrepreneurial narrative is so skewed, and it's so, dominated by the whole kind of chase to be a unicorn thing. And really, I mean, we'll get further into this, but that narrative of has almost become like a Hollywood myth. And the reality is, for most young people now, where the jobs just aren't there, entrepreneurship, or at least starting something, building something, the term entrepreneur can be intimidating for a lot of young people. And a lot of young people in the country right now, they have no other option to build a livelihood for themselves other than starting something for themselves. And this whole obsession with growth and scale just gets in the way of what needs to happen here, which is young people have to have the self-belief. They've got to have, there's so many of the young people who are part of this awful statistic of, 63% youth unemployment. They have, without knowing it, they've got a lot of the kind of competencies that an entrepreneur needs. Tolerance for uncertainty. They live very uncertain lives. Resilience, adaptability. So many young people grow up with that as a default setting. And that's what entrepreneurs don't have. Or sorry, that's what a lot of entrepreneurs don't have and need to work on. So I think there's a whole bunch of young people out there who can take that entrepreneurial journey, but they just need to have the self-belief and give themselves permission that they can do it. I guess that's what we try and work toward. That let's not try and build, South Africa's maybe created 2 or 3 unicorns. That's not going to solve the problems, but hundreds of thousands of small businesses that employ 2 or 3 people is really what's going to solve the problem.
Yeah.